Welcome, Gemini Cancer, to your July beginning of the month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you in the beginning of the month. Gemini Cancer. Next message for Gemini Cancer, please. Seven of Cups coming out. Ooh, lots of potentials going on in your mind. Your mind is going crazy. You have all these open doors, all these potentials, all these big thoughts going on right now in the beginning of the month. Moving and shaking over here. Within mind, right? Knowing that things are happening around you, could be happening around you. What am I going to do? Okay. Could be a lot of multitasking as well. Trying to get everything done off the bucket list over here for the month. Let's see. Clarifying on this card is not only going to clarify on the Seven of Cups, but the entire reading. Blossom. There it is again. Potentials. With the blossom over here, this is talking about those potentials. It's talking about things are blossoming around you. You can't get any better than that. That's the Judgment card, right? It's talking about that transformation, stretching your limits, that multitasking, stretching yourself out to get things done, having awakenings, growths, putting yourself into new directions, other directions, just kind of pulling yourself apart over here, but for good reasons, right? There's nothing bad. It's all blossoming for your potential, whether it's a relationship. It could be, you have Seven of Cups here because it could be relationship versus work versus family versus my kids versus this dog versus this car. You know what I mean? And it just goes on and on and on. And just being all over the place. But nurturing the situation. So, let's see what's going on. Could even be taking on a second job, having another job offer. Okay. So getting straight into the situation is taking place in the present, the past, and in the near future. I keep wanting to say, I just did Astro Dice, so you know I'm trying to say at the beginning of the month. Okay, so the present, the recent past, and the near future. It's a little slow. You put yourself at a halt. You're not moving. You're not doing anything right now in the present. You have stopped. High Priestess. Oh, wow. You didn't see that coming. You didn't see these coming. It was like in the recent past, you didn't see it coming, or you were trying to, maybe you were even trying to ignore it. Maybe your higher self was trying to get your attention to say, you need to do this, you need to do this. And you're like, stop, I don't want to be pulled apart. You know, in all these different directions, or just not seeing it the way you should have been seeing it, right, in the recent past, and now it's like hit you like a, right, like a thunderbolt. And then you have the Judgment card here, which is the Judgment card here, so definitely good news coming in, that's for sure. But with the High Priestess upside down, it's just like you didn't really see this coming. This is something that you were not really aware of, or you mistrusted your own gut feelings about maybe a situation within the Seven of Cups, not thinking that it was really going to go your way. But then when those floodgates opened, it was crazy, right? Because your High Priestess is going to end up right side up, obviously. So yeah, there could have been some even impatience, but I even see the stagnation, because the stagnation is actually moving from the recent past, which could have been like a week ago, a couple of days ago, straight over here, which is stagnation. This means not moving. It's stagnant. I don't want to, and it feels like it's not like I want to, it feels like right over here, there could have been a I don't want right here. It feels like all of this is overwhelming. It's kind of overwhelming you. Right? You could be just at an impasse as well, right? It's going to be different for everybody, so take it how it resonates. This could just be at an impasse. All these things are flooding in at me, and I don't know which way to go. I don't know what to do. You might have had all these doors start opening within a week ago, and it just caught you so off guard that you're like, I don't know, you know? So there's kind of an, you know, maybe just ignoring it for a minute. I'll put that off for a few seconds until I get back to it. Well, now it's back. Didn't take long, right? Why? Because with the Judgment card, it keeps blowing at you. Look at it. It keeps blowing at you. You know it. You can't deny that, right? It keeps like, do you hear me, right? It keeps ringing at you. I think it was one of our friends that said, I think it was a Gemini Cancer. The phone is ringing, ring, ring. That's so funny. And yeah, answer that phone call. You have to do it, right? Because it won't stop ringing. It's ringing off the hook. See that? I read that message. I just kept seeing that phone running, you know, ringing off the hook. Very funny. Very, very funny. Okay, so with the Empress upside down, yeah, you're ignoring and not nurturing the situation. There's definitely this ignoring going on over here. I'm stuck in an impasse. I don't know exactly what to do. I don't really see it the way it's might be shown. So I'm just going to kind of ignore the situation, neglect it, not worry about it. Well, it's because you were already okay, because you're already in Emperor mode. You already feel like you're in power. You already feel like you have your stuff together, and you do. You absolutely do. You're coming up as the Emperor. So I can kind of understand that. If you have all these other opportunities and things knocking at your door and won't leave you alone, and that that phone keeps ringing off the hook. If I'm in Emperor mode, why do I need anything else? Well, it's getting your attention. Now it won't stop. Now the floodgates have opened and everything's flooding in. Now you're at a halt. You're like, okay, let's look at these and see what's going on. So now in the present, you're going to start looking at those. Absolutely. You're getting clear about the situation. Okay, hold on a second. Now here comes that growth. Remember the blossoming, the growth. This over here is telling you the same thing here. It's blowing its horn. It wants you to grow. It has something for you. Just because you're the Emperor doesn't mean you have more. Right? A lot of times we feel great. We're like, I'm so stable and I feel wonderful. What more do I need? Well, Spirit says you need more. They make these people call. They do this. They do that. Now it's starting to get your attention. And now you're starting to think about it. And you're going, what are you trying to say? Why are you trying to get my attention? And whatever it is, it's clearly spoken. And maybe it wasn't clearly spoken before. Maybe it was just the two, right? And now it's like the, well, I'm saying, and you're going, hold on a second. Think about that for a minute. You're telling me that I can have more success? That I have more that I can do? Yeah, because whatever is becoming clear, you're noticing you can even move higher. There's more success. There's more progress. There's more things going on. Yeah, definitely. Which direction do I? Yeah, so you're not going to move because you're now clearly thinking about the situation. You're getting clear. You're choosing your directions. You're looking at it from two different sides with the Two of Swords. You're going, let me think about this, what you're telling me over here. Let me look at these cups. Do I need to multitask over here? Do I need to do that? Do I need to do this? And if it's just all multitasking, my friends, and that horn keeps beating, it might be your husband out there beating on that horn telling you the car's dirty. You know what I mean? And you're like, I don't have time. And now you're like, okay, fine, I'll find time. Right? I mean, it could be just as simple as that, which actually leads to better success, right? Of having a clean car, right? So it's like, okay, fine. You know, I bought you this car. You're going to keep it clean. Or you're saying, oh my God, my car's so dirty. So, you know, it just could be just as something just as simple as that. Let's not, you know, you don't always have to take it so overboard, right? It's tarot. It doesn't have to be like I'm winning the lottery, right? We all wish that, but that's not exactly all it is, right? It could just be just something like, oh boy, here we go. Clearly think about what day I'm going to take off to take this down, to go get it cleaned at the car wash, right? What day I'm going to take to build this garden because I really want those bell peppers, right? Or the season's over. Just something as simple. So don't always think that it's something so crazy. You know what it is, okay? Sometimes it's from the most forbidding thing that's just like, oh my God, you know, to the smallest little detail is like, oh yeah, God, she's talking about that garden that I said I was going to plant last month. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh, now she's bringing it up. Oh, yeah. That's funny. I was thinking about it last night. Because it was a promise that you had made to yourself, or it's a good promise you can make to yourself, or it's something that can get you really on to a path that is, that just, look, it can push you onto a destined path of making so much more. It's doing something for you. Either that or it's keeping up on your promise. You promised to wash the car. Darn it. But you're going to do it for yourself because it's 9 of Cups. So even in the end, even if you're doing it for someone else, you're still doing it for yourself. It's your car, right? Just saying. But however it is, it's this goldest dream, this thing that brings you to your happiness. And you could also be doing it because I love you so much, for the person that inspires me, and I love you. And I'm still doing it for myself though, because yeah, it's mine. But however it is, it makes it blossom, and it's still blossoming, right? It's still blossoming, and it's still this fulfillment of happiness, and it's bringing you, yeah, at the perfect timing. And that's why it keeps blowing at you. And why you keep, saying these things? Why? Just leave me alone. It's hot outside. I don't want to plant a garden. You know it's the perfect timing, but you're not showing the generosity 100. You know that if you don't do this, there's no generosity in this, right? You're not giving to yourself. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. With the 7 of Cups, it's things that you know you're supposed to be doing, right? It's things that you know they were on your bucket list. Like I said before, they're on your bucket list. They're things you're supposed to do. Or it's these great ideas that somebody's blown into your ear and said, hey, would you like to take this part-time job? And you're like, God, yeah, let me think about it, right? So you're not shunning it. You're saying, okay, fine, let's do this. So it looks like you're going to go ahead and do this because you know you're supposed to. You got the star over here, you know. And they give you the perfect timing to do it. With the Judgment over here again. And then here it comes again. Another message. Wow, 7 of Cups are blowing at you. This is the good news, though, and it's the prayers answered. The prayers answered are the Knight of Wands. It's passionately coming towards you. You're passionately on a roll. You're doing what you want to do. You're happy. Right? Getting things done. Right? You're on a mission. You're exploring the creative realms of your 7 of Cups. You're doing whatever your heart's desire. You're getting into the environment and doing the things you're supposed to want to do. You're holding, you're holding tight to what you're supposed to be doing instead of pulling yourself back. You're getting to your dreams, your desires with passions. You're manifesting, getting determined. You're building that garden. You're washing that car. You're washing that car. It definitely could be you have a horse. You're washing your horse. Right? And you're saying, okay. And you're doing it, and you're realizing that this is the right thing to do, and it's the right time, and you're doing it faithfully with belief. And it could even be a traditional thing that you guys do every year that you're trying to find time to do. And, maybe you're keeping up with a traditional thing. Maybe the family's calling and saying it's time to do this and that. And you're like, oh my God, I got to find time. But now you feel like in the near future, as you're doing this, it could be, like I said, something you do traditionally all the time. You feel very passionate about doing it, and you're so happy because there's so many good news coming from this situation that you're finally on the direction you want to be on, and it's proving to bring your manifestations into light and doing the things you want with the Chariot coming in. So you're definitely moving on the right path. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And you're, and if you have this new opportunity, you took it and it's proving to pay out very nicely. So however you want to see it, the payout is beautiful. And you're going to hold tight to this, and you're taking control of the situation. And you're enjoying yourself. Well, wow, yeah, you're enjoying yourself with the 2 of Cups. You're like, wow, I'm actually glad I took this. Because you know what? This payout is amazing. And if you're washing the car, you feel like, okay, you know what? I feel so much better. And, I feel like I'm doing the things I'm supposed to be doing. Just as simple as that. Just the simple joys, the simple happiness, the simple, however it is. pretty sure for most of you it's not just washing the car, but maybe it's because I have to go wash my car and I keep thinking about it. And it's like, darn it. But in seriousness, but yeah, you know, it's something that's going to be rewarding, and it's going to make you feel like you're unified where you're supposed to be, right? So doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you know, sometimes, a lot of times, even when we're taking on the responsibility. See, just that whole idea of just washing the car, it makes us feel responsible, and that makes us feel good deep inside. It brings back this proudness of ourselves, right? Make sure that whatever the situation is, that you're getting more information, okay? And clarify on anything else for Gemini, Cancer. Trust. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Till next time, peace and love. Bye-bye. Talk about the phone ringing, right? Bye-bye.